Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore on the Stitches server. My name is Syken and today we're continuing Season 2 of Dead is Dead, Diaries of Dead. We are still fighting with our Paladin and we're still in Darkshore. I promise that it's either going to be a dungeon or a little bit more questing, and unfortunately no dungeon group could be found. Tried a couple of times, but it didn't work out. However, we are not going to be discouraged by that. Quite the opposite. We have a couple of interesting quests to complete here. And once we're done with the quests, we should be level 20. That could be a nice transition into the area where the dungeon actually is located. Questing around Stormwind and maybe also going a little bit further into the 20 plus areas. That'll allow us to continue being very near the dungeon and eventually. But before we do all of that, it is time for Strikeroot Corrupted. We need to summon Zerbraxis as a follow-up quest, and we need to gain a sample, both of which can be done here. Plus, I think there is something else that needs to be done. So let's just jump right into the camp here. For starters, we need a grain sample, and that grain sample is potentially on the ground, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just double check. It might be somewhere here. Is that it? No. Let me figure out where the grain sample is. Good, I found it. It's effectively that rather large box over here. And in order to get it,
that spell isn't ready yet.
Well, it's all parts of the camp. We always need to be aware of our surroundings. Got a nice little healing ward there. Good, let's get that grain sample.
We need to get closer.
We might trigger one of the wildlife here. Oh, I see how it is.
That's still recharging. That's
Okay, I see how it is.
That's still recharging. That's can't cast that yet.
Back up there. That is unfortunate. Okay, time for our engineering.
That spell is
Grenade very nicely killed one of them, and we're still in the fight.
can't cast that yet.
But we're running low on mana.
That spell is
Our MP10 has also ran off. So stat food and mana, and I think we fought relatively well for fighting like 4 of them in an iterative succession. That wasn't bad at all. The grenade came in nicely, so it pays off that we're having a couple of copper bombs with us. Good, let's try this again. Killed a few. Still didn't get the sample though. Might be a triggered
can't
event,
cast that yet.
in which case I can't run away because that would be smart. But what I can do is clear the area out so that we're running into any trouble. So apparently we gotta fight 3 of them.
I'm gonna finish.
which means I need to make ultra sure that none of these guys are adding on top of it. Good. Let me clear everything, and then we're going to do it again. Alright, I just realized I do have the grain sample, so all of that clearing out was essentially just XP grinding. Next up, we're taking the nut sample from them, and apparently full bows don't like when you spend silver. So, let's clear that. This time it's a bit better. Let's look at that. We get consecration. Fantastic. And we got a good belt already, so don't need that. But consecration is going to be such a game changer. That is going to be a game changer. A bit of extra damage here. Very nice. Alright, so we got all three the items. Now it's time to summon that demon they were talking about. I think I'll start clearing the whole area. Concentration. Absolutely like it. Alright, let me clear everything. Good, we have all three things together, so let's purify and place the food. Oh, come on. Good. We're not going to concentrate here, because that would mean all of the others are going to attack us. Sabraxis is nicely attacking us. Pain is hurting big time, man. And he also Curse of Weakened us. Very good. Listen, that should potentially be it, right?
I need to get closer.
Ah, there we go. I was about to say, this Talisman of Corruption needs to be somewhere. Very good. Fantastic. Problem solved. Let's head back and hand in our quests, and then we're on the way to the south. Alright, look at that. We are in the Deadmines. Got full group going for us. And yeah, that's a bit of an interruption in between our questing here. If you have any quests, please share them. Thank you. And that's good. So, in terms of buffs, I think I unfortunately buffed the healer with the wrong sigil. Good. I'm kind of joining as a DPS, although I could be much more helpful as other classes. But we have another paladin who is healing, so for me that's fine. It's an okay spot to be in. Group kind of moves relatively fast, which is okay. Takes a bit to get used to not needing to heal yourself, but that is okay. I'll just focus on dealing damage. The first boss immediately being pulled. These guys who got left around. And look, my damage isn't that bad. Actuality, I mean, still paladin damage is ridiculous compared to other classes. Very good. I think I'll stay with wisdom, that way I can use more consecrations. And also don't need to drink that often. So in terms of quests, let's shortly talk about that. Needing to just get out of combat here real quick, so that is irrelevant, that is irrelevant. We're looking at Deadmines quests only for now. And we have minor cards, where I have no idea what exactly they do. A couple of other things. So let's, whilst this here is going on, take a look at the quests. Okay, drinking up. So, retrieve 4 minor union cards and return them. Fair enough. Then the foreman's badge. And then retrieve Gnome's Specker Rocket from the Deadmines and return it. Okay. I think I can do all 3 of that. Might as well get some tin here. I can buff attack power. Sorry. So, reading through the quests while they need to be buffed, not great. I should get an add-on regarding the paladin buffs, I suppose. Good. Lots of really nice stuff dropping here. Good, the Goblin Shredder is going to be next. Alright, needed a short break, so that axe actually not too bad for us. Might use it. Girdle is a side grade. Won that as well. Not bad. Strength, stamina, a little bit better than the one that we're having. And I need to start playing macro as well, just to make it a little bit easier. Alright, so the girdle is a bit of a side grade, fine by me. Axes we still need to learn. Everything else works relatively well. I mean, this is a bit over attempting here, so I don't even need to comment too much on the bosses. Both of the first ones were really pushovers. The end boss, however, might be a bit more interesting. Line of sight pulls, okay. Say though, the consecration is draining quite a bit of mana. That plus the seal juggling. Always change the seal. so that we're almost continuously out of mana. I wonder if that's the strategy or if I should stick with a little bit more mana. My damage is okay, but not necessarily something to go for. So maybe it's really just better to stay with fuller mana. And have the option to all heal as and when needed. I'll just use the sweet spot and stay around 50% health. I remember there was a quest around these cannonballs. But apparently that is... apparently we don't have that. Well, that's not the case anymore. Come in and it's like a lot better. Finally, the majority of my damage on those multiples is coming from consecration.
That spell is
There's the overseer. Very good. Let's get him. Yeah, it took a while to get used to my role inside of the group. They were not happy with me not buffing them. To be fair, I tried at the beginning, and the other paladin is a little bit higher, so my seals didn't really come through, and I was just under the impression, alright, it's buffing attack power on everybody, then I need to do it. But for whatever reason they want to have both buffs on everybody. I still don't know why a rogue needs mana regeneration, but okay, it is what it is. I'm not commenting on that. Apparently, the other basically good. Let's just hope it's not intentional. At least he's healing, so that's fine. And I do have the option to also heal if he wouldn't be healing, so we're all good. Yeah, well, we're at least third in the DPS meter. It is what it is. And we got a nice two-handed weapon, which is the best. There we go, Mr. Smite. He's coming.
Landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
I can stun you as well, my dear.
Now you're making me angry.
Nice little weapon.
That spell isn't. That's still charging. That spell isn't.
I have to wonder, I think it is not better than the one that we're already having. It's stamina and spirit, 19 DPS. It's about as good as the other weapon. Yeah, I already got a weapon, so I'll agree on that one, and Masala can have it. Always kill the parrots first. They do a lot of damage for not being bit of a weird group dynamic here. I wouldn't say hostile, but unfriendly. Folks moving in one direction, and then there's a bit of a discussion. Follow that, do that. Threatening to kick me out immediately. Didn't buff or wasn't necessarily spell. But whatever. I suppose the Deadmines are the place where typically a lot of the newcomers are having problems, and therefore people are extra worried about whatever is happening here. So I can understand that part. Seen many videos of people There would be a little bit better mood in this group. I would even ask them to go for Waiting Caverns right afterwards, but it seems like there's a bit of hostility. Fun part, by the way, since I'm no longer buffing myself with MP5, I have not received a single MP5. Just saying. Okay, so far things are working out relatively well. I mean, the group could be this group. There is a bit of a vibe here around negativity. The healer randomly just moves away from the group. I haven't seen any such negativity on the horde side, even in lower level dungeons. Things went surprising. But maybe it's just one bad apple doesn't the horde bash isn't good. Oh wow, he... Okay. Stand behind him, curing our tank. Not sure if the healer would have seen that. I see the leather belt, that's a good one. So VanCleef, the boss of this dungeon, is a bit of a tougher cookie. They will summon ads. They will summon ads at 50%.
Challenge the Brotherhood.
However, stun him.
You'll have all of them. Our cause is righteous.
Agility and stamina. That's a nice clip, but it's like a warrior item. He's Paladin. So instead of meat on it. Got the letter, which means that dungeon quest is completed. Minor cards and the others, however, are not. Good. We have disbanded. That will forcefully eject us out of the dungeon. There we go. In 1 minute we're going to leave the instance. Not much for us to do here. I think that's also a good break point for today's episode. Yeah, an interesting, I would say, group experience. A little bit different than your normal dungeon. We're going to turn back to questing, as we have almost gotten to level 21, so that'll be good. We're going to quest a bit, maybe even in the Westfall area soonish, and who knows, maybe we're going to get another dungeon group soon. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good one. See you all, and